MK12. I do not like. I'm gonna tell you, I hate semi-auto. So, but I respect this enough to give it like middle of D. I do not like semi-autos. I know this is a pretty good gun if you can use it correctly, but I cannot use it correctly. My I'm not very fast at clicking, so I this gun I do not. I feel like I know this gun, but I do not, so I'm not gonna rate it. Moist Nugget. This is Insta A, top of A. This is the goaded gun. I used Everyone used to 1v1 with this. They still do, because the sniper's just goaded. Great damage, very accurate, big bullet. It's just it's the weapon. If there's one weapon to choose from Surviv as the iconic weapon, it would be the Moist Nugget. MP220. I don't like this as much as the MA70, but because I like the MA70's utility. I like how the M870 is not as rare as MP220. And I like the M870, the fact that it has low reload time and you can quick switch with it better. The MP220 is a like like a bottom of A, top of B weapon if you're new to the game and you don't know how to quick switch. But here it's just C because quick switching with it is not that great. But sometimes you get lucky and you just double pump someone and they just lose the game. So and sometimes you just get killed because the reload time on this thing is insane. MP5. That is definitely a C weapon. Bottom C. It's okay. I mean, that's it. It's not bad. It's not good. It's okay. It's the definition of average. BKB. I love this weapon, but I think that it is worse than M249. Significant. It is a little worse than M249 because the rate of fire M249's rate of fire is just so insane that it just absolutely shreds. QBB. This is top of A, below Moist Nugget because rate of fire is great, accuracy great, and I think that it is just like a poor man's M249. I remember like being hyped for this update, and I remember playing with it. I think it was originally in the Woods mode, and I just loved it. Hawker. Wait, is this Hawker? I don't know if it's Hawker, but Hawker goes in C. I don't use it often. I'll always use the M8 over it, but it's just like the M8. Scar. This is like a. It depends. I don't like using that often, but I don't know why. But if I'm being realistic, this is a top of B weapon, maybe low A weapon. Uh, its rate of fire is not that great, but its damage and accuracy is. It's like a souped up AK-47. So CZ, I love the CZ. It's like M4A1, but I think a little more common. It has great rate of fire. It has basically invisible bullets, which is a great advantage with great rate of fire and accuracy. And it has a more common ammo than the M4, which is a great advantage. But the M4 is more damage and rate of fire, so that's why CZ is below the M4. I think I've used this once, so no, I'm not gonna rate it. This is not a gun. I'm not gonna count it as one. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna count it as one. I have not used this cursed M9 that much. Even if I did, I don't remember what it was like. I just use this, like, I've used this twice, but I just used it today, and wow. It was wow. It was like an M249 that's on drugs. This might be even better than AWM if you really argued about it. This, I have no idea what it is. I'm pretty much an old head. I haven't played Surviv that much in like the past year or so, year and a half. So, but I still do occasionally play with friends. UMP. I think this may be worse than the M9. I just hate the fact that it's burst, no damage. It's accurate, but no damage. Rate of fire is terrible. Don't use it. Vector, damn. Vector is the definition of middle of a weapon. It is just like the Mac 10 but more accurate and a little higher mag capacity. I think a little more damaging than the Mac, along with the higher accuracy and bigger mag. Spaz, like if I'm being unbiased, I would say this is little above Vector. But I just love this. Like sometimes I just play only with Spaz and I still get wins with my friends. Spaz is just a great weapon because it is very accurate. The shots don't like spread that far, the buckshot, and they do a lot of damage to a specific target, unlike the MA70, which has buckshot that is pretty wide and has low range. But Spaz has pretty good range for a shotgun and does very good damage. Groza S. I think this is very similar to the M4A1 and slightly better than CZ. So, Groza, I think this weapon is like a little bit below AK. I don't like the fact that it is. It feels like a Thompson, but, well, feels like it's just a little worse than Thompson. That's about it. SV, have not used this gun in a little while, but I remember loving it. And this weapon is like maybe like in top of, it's below M4A1, but it has great damage. The sound is just classic, along with the Moist Nugget. And the shot is significantly bigger than the Moist Nugget, like the shot size. And the damage is just great. That's why we love snipers. And the cool switching with it is just OP. USAZ, this is like a turn off your brain weapon. This goes in like middle of S. Like the range is what holds it back, and the fact that it's a little slow when you use it. But this is just like, I think a noob using it and like a pro using it is like, there's basically no difference. Like everyone can use this weapon. You just like hold click. You don't even need a quick switch with it, like realistically. I do not know the difference because I do not know the differences between this and the Vector, but well, I think this one is the purple Vector. They're both very similar. I think they're basically the same weapon. I like it. I like the purple and yellow Vectors the same because rate of fire, damage, mag capacity, and they both use common ammos for the mode that they're in, desert and normal. I actually do not know what this is. I think this might be like some game mode, like, have not used this. Well, I think this might be the Hawker. So, I don't know what the other gun is, but it is what it is. I am a filthy casual after all. Do not know what this is. I think I know what this is, but I can't be for sure. Do not know. Do not know. Do not know. I think this is a Model 94. Model 94 goes in like C because it's like a sniper. It's a sniper. Poor man's, very poor man's moist nugget. We still get kills out with it. You can use this in the late game, but it's not that great. Do not know. VSS, our final gun for our list. This definitely goes in an E because I actually don't like using it. It's a semi-auto, doesn't do that much damage. I like the fact that it's invisible bullets basically, but everything else is borderline garbage, if not horrendous. I just don't like semi-autos, you can tell. So that's the list, and this is one of my first YouTube videos, if you can't tell, but I think this was a great time. And if you have any qualms with my list, I don't know. I'm just casual. I don't know why you'd be so mad at that. But I think this is my definitive list. Whenever I see a new gun, like I basically almost always use this priority list. Like this tier list is more like a priority list, like of what I take. None of what I think is the best gun. It's what I think is like not what I objectively think is the best gun. It's objectively what I would take over the other. Is what I'm trying to say. Like if I see a C's as and a Groza S, I will probably take the Groza S. Like that's how the tier list works. So, um, bye.